Welcome back everyone to SAT Maths channel. I'm your guru Ved Prakash Singh. Today we are going to learn about simple concepts of adding and subtracting and then multiplying and dividing negative numbers on a number line. Remember that whenever doing addition on a number line, then what we actually do is move towards the right of the first number like this. That is, if we are adding 5 plus 3, then our first number is 5 and plus means moving towards right, and we move 3 units towards right and get 8 as an answer. But whenever we are subtracting numbers on a number line, then that means that we are moving towards the left of the first number. Let's take an example for that again. 5 minus 3. So first number is 5 and minus means moving towards the left. So we move 3 units towards the left. Now 0 is neither positive nor a negative number. You should remember that always. Moving on, how to add numbers on a number line. Let's take an example. This is a number line. We mark it up to as much as we can. Let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now we are adding 5 plus 3. So 5 plus 3, whenever added, then 5 is the first number, then we locate it on the number line, and plus means moving towards the right, so we move 3 units towards the right and we get 8 as an answer. Now how do we subtract numbers on a number line? Let's take again an example and make a number line. So this is a number line and we again mark it up to as much as we can. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then 7. Now again we are taking the example of 5 minus 3. So 5 is the first number, so we locate it on a number line. There it is, and then minus means moving towards the left, so we move 3 units towards the left and we get 2. So 5 minus 3 becomes 2. Moving on, next, adding negative to positive numbers. That is, whenever our first number is a negative number and the second number is a positive number, that is minus 5 plus 3. So we make a number line and mark it up on both sides, on negative as well as positive side. So here it is, we have marked it up to minus 5 on the negative side and 3 on the positive side. So minus 5 is located first, and then plus means moving towards the right. That means we get minus 2. So minus 5 plus 3 becomes minus 2. Next, moving on, adding two negative numbers. So when adding two negative numbers, then again we draw a number line. This time we draw it towards the negative side only and mark it up as far as we can. So 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7 and negative 8. Minus 5 is our first number, so we locate it, and minus means moving towards the left, so we move 3 units towards the left and we get minus 8 as an answer. So minus 5 minus 3 becomes minus 8. So this was addition and subtraction on number line. Let's take some bigger numbers, that is minus 46 plus 3. Once again we draw a number line and mark it up from, let's say, minus 46, minus 45, minus 44, minus 43 and then so on, minus 42, and then we break the number line and reach straight up to 0, 1, 2, 3. Now since minus 46 is our first number and 3 is added, so we are moving towards the right, that is 3 units towards the right, and we get minus 43. So minus 46 plus 3 becomes minus 43. Moving on, let's take another example, 15 minus 46. So 15 minus 46, what we are going to do is draw a number line and locate 15 on the number line. That would be 15 units from 0. And since 46 is subtracted, that is it has minus sign, that means we have to move to 46 units left of plus 15. So if we move 46 units left of plus 15, then we will surely cross 0 and move towards the left of 0 up to minus 31 units. So 15, moving from 15 to the left of 15, that is minus 46 units to the left of 15, we get minus 31 as a final mark on the number line. So 15 minus 46 becomes minus 31. Moving on, multiplication of negative numbers. So first, what would happen if we multiply negative numbers? So you should remember a simple three simple rules, that negative into negative is always positive, negative into positive is always negative, and positive into negative is always negative. So if any one of the two digits are, if any one of the two numbers are negative, then the product would always be negative. But if both the numbers are positive or both the numbers are negative, then their product will always be positive. So let's take an example for that and understand how negative times positive becomes negative. So our example is minus 5 into 4. So in elementary classes we have learned that multiplication is nothing but repetitive addition. So minus 5 into 4 means we are adding minus 5 4 times. So minus 5 plus minus 5 plus minus 5 plus minus 5, that becomes minus 20. That means minus 5 into 4 becomes minus 20. Okay, what would be the result if we have negative times negative? So whenever we have two numbers that both are negative and we try to understand how they become positive, for that we have to take a different approach. Let's take a problem of minus 4 into minus 3. Now we don't know what is minus 4 into minus 3 is. We of course know minus 4 into 3 is minus 12, or minus 3 into 4 is minus 12. But whenever both 4 and 3 are minus, then would the answer be minus 12 or would the answer be plus 12? We don't know. So we have to derive at the answer using a unique approach. We know that the addition and multiplication of numbers or integers follow commutative as well as distributive property. So in this case, we are going to use that exact property, especially the distributive property, and take a different example, that is minus 4 into 3 minus 3, right? So 3 minus 3 is 0, so minus 4 into 0 becomes 0. So if distributive property holds true, that means if we distribute 4 to 3, if we distribute minus 4 to 3 and again to minus 3, then that becomes minus 4 into 3 plus minus 4 into minus 3, and that should also be equals to 0. So that is 0, and minus 4 into 3 is, as we know, is minus 12. So if minus 4 into minus 3 is added to minus 12 when it becomes 0, that means that minus 4 into minus 3 must be equals to plus 12, only then it becomes 0. So that means minus 4 into minus 3 is plus 12. That's how we arrive at the conclusion that negative times negative is always positive. Now, moving on, division of negative numbers. While dividing two negative numbers or dividing any two integers, we again follow the same three rules of the multiplication. That is, if both numbers are negative, then the quotient is negative. If one number is positive and the other number is negative, then the quotient is negative. But if one number is negative and the other number is positive, then again the quotient is negative. And as I said, that if both of them are negative, then minus minus gets cancelled and we get a positive quotient. So we follow the same rule that we followed in the multiplication in division 2. Now let's take understand the division of numbers through few examples. Now let's take an example. Minus 15 by 3, where minus 15 is negative and 3 is positive. That means the result would be negative. Then 15 by minus 3, where minus 3 is negative. Again the result would be minus 5. But what if both are negative? Then the result would be plus 5. Now let's take a unique example that includes both multiplication and division. Here we have minus 5 into minus 2 upon minus 1. So first we are going to multiply the negative numbers, both the negative numbers, that is minus 5 into minus 2, that becomes 10, and upon minus 1, that is minus 1 is dividing 10. So again one number is negative in the division, so the final answer would be negative 10. So that's how the division of negative numbers is done. Now what would happen if we have to multiply multiple numbers, multiple negative numbers? What would happen if we multiply or divide multiple negative numbers? So in that case also there is nothing to worry about. We just follow step by step, take two numbers at a time. That is, let's take an example of minus 4 into minus 5 into minus 4 into minus 2. So first we are going to group minus 5 and minus 4 together and get plus 20, and then we multiply it with minus 2 and we get minus 40. So that's how we multiply or divide. Even you can do that in division. And if you have any trouble in dividing multiple numbers at a time, multiple negative numbers at a time, then you can write in comment section. I will try to make you understand. Okay, now few important points to remember are: if 0 is multiplied to any type of negative number, then it becomes 0, and if 0 is divided by any negative number, then it becomes 0 as well. But if any integer is divided by 0, then it cannot be reached at at any defined result. So that minus 5 by 0 in this case is undefined. Sometimes we call it infinity. Similarly, if you divide 0 by 0, then that is also undefined. These are few things that you should always remember. They can come in handy in later higher classes, and they always constitute some trick questions in the entrance exams. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have watched it until now, if you like my videos, then please like and subscribe to my channel. It will keep me motivated and help my channel grow a lot. Thanks again. Bye bye.